I play, not the same place. I'm lucky, I know, but I wanna go home. I got to go home. Let me go home.
Hello, and welcome to the Covington Manor Rooming House podcast, where we talk about our amazing boarding house life. I'm Lauryn Rumney, and today with me is Coby Lee, our rooming house manager. Say hello, Coby.
Hello, everyone.
So we have a great show for you today. We're here to talk a little bit about the benefits of living in this kind of rooming house environment. We've been running this place for the last 6 years, so since 2018, and we're located in a downtown area in Longview, Texas. The neighborhood is in what they call a historical district.
You know they got new signs.
Yeah, they say art and culture. It's kind of cool. But, so a little bit more about this spot. The neighborhood was once referred to as Millionaire's Circle and also Surrey Place. Many of these homes in this enclave are very large, in the upwards of 5,000 square feet or more. And a lot of the homes are about 100 years old. Some of them have been renovated and well taken care of, and others not so much. But it's a good location for something like this. There's a lot of space, so the lots are spacious, and the room sizes are a bit larger than what you see nowadays in modern homes. There's lots of hallways and corridors, a lot of doors, which makes it more like an apartment, gives the residents a little more space to roam. But also, we want to make a point here that as our society shifts, folks are considering other unconventional, more minimalistic options. And I think what we have here is definitely one of those options. What began as a survival method for us years ago has become quite a humble lifestyle, and it's one that affords us the opportunity to live life at home, which is something not many people get to do these days anymore, which is really cool. But anyway, to get more into life and living here at the rooming house, I wanted Coby to be able to share a little bit too, to help our listeners get a better idea of what it's like to live here. So I've got a couple questions here, Coby, to get us going. So let's see, I wrote some down here. So as a rooming manager, besides lower rent, utilities included, furnished rooms, and the shared spaces, what else do you think a setup like this encourages?
It's like home away from home and security like no other.
Definitely. So, how so? Explain.
Being able to come here and feel comfortable and spend time with tenants and have grown relationships over time. People share some very interesting stories.
I bet. So, maybe someone who might be going through a transitional phase of their life, maybe a traveling nurse, a student, or an intern. Very cool.
So as far as security goes, I'm always on the property to make sure all the tenants feel safe and secure and on their best behavior. You know I have a stick.
Yeah, this is a big place, a lot of people here, so I don't think anybody's going to mess with this. I think the feeling of security is pretty important for everyone involved. And another thing I've come to appreciate over the years here is that there's a certain degree of learning and personal growth that takes place with each new wave of people. Just as a little background, Coby's been a prior tenant and close friend of the family, and his contributions here prior were pretty invaluable. So when he came back, we were thrilled, because when there's someone engaging and helpful who has the ability to truly help things flow, it certainly helps. And it also helps others develop important communication skills that they may not otherwise have the opportunity to have socially. I think it also helps folks with conflict resolution and cooperation efforts as well to talk to a manager instead of the landlord or an owner. But I also think it's worth mentioning that many of the residents here, ourselves included, find refuge in a sort of built-in emotional support system, especially for people who are far from home like us or going through challenging transitions of their own. But other than that, are there any other benefits you can think of off the top of your head, Coby?
The great cooking that me and Miss Lauryn have, and sharing food with the tenants and barbecuing. We really could have a really great time here.
Right. Coby and I both really like to cook and keep this place smelling like home. I love to cook. It's therapeutic for me and part of the design of a humble food banking lifestyle to be resourcefully creative with whatever you have to make it work. And it's also nice to try someone else's cooking, the experience of having something different than we're used to.
For sure, but not everyone has good cooking skills.
Totally. So, as we wrap this episode up, I just want to thank you for joining me today to talk about the amazing benefits this lifestyle affords us. Is there anything else you might want to close with?
Meeting all the new tenants from around the world. You go places together, you might barbecue together, sing some karaoke, but it's no place like home.
Well said. I agree. And so to close, I think it's really important to mention that rooming houses aren't new. They've actually been around a long time, since the 19th century, the 1800s. Back then, it was commonplace for families to live this way, but over time, it's been characterized into something that city zoning and planning departments want to shut down. But places like these are something communities really should consider. They bring an affordable option to people of all walks of life, working professionals, students, and actually a lot of lower income seniors, boomers, folks who their plans didn't go according to their plan, and so they need somewhere to be. And so that's why I think it's absolutely necessary to advocate something that brings true change to community as we try to minimalistically survive, as we all try to fall in line with the latest shift of the paradigm in 2024, with survival at the forefront, but also as the new generational wealth, free from judgment and with the freedom to choose to live comfortably, financially, and according to one's means, with dignity and a pretty nice roof over all of our heads. All right, that's the show. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Coby.
Enjoy your day.